Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The next Human Rights Boards and Commissions meeting will take place at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, March 11th at the Barber Park Event Center. The featured speakers will be Mayor Pro Tempore Mary Kay Abusawader and newly appointed at-large City Council member Jamila Pender. The pair will be joined by Tamika Campbell Hughes to discuss how to serve as a community liaison. Abusawader serves as a liaison to several city boards and commissions, including the Human Rights Commission and the Commission on the Status of Women. Pender joined the City Council last month, replacing the late Mayor Pro Tem Yvonne Johnson. Pender has served on a number of boards and commissions, convening workshops advocating equitable access to community resources. Hughes founded Level Up Parenting, a nonprofit agency in support of single mothers in Guilford County. She is also an opinion leader with the Heat Lab, a regional organization that addresses health disparities through equity, engagement, advocacy, and trust. The Barber Park Event Center is located at 1502 Barber Park Drive. For more information, contact Commissions Administrator Liz Lennon at 336-373-2038 or visit the city's website. Creative Greensboro is accepting applications for arts in municipal spaces. The deadline to apply for this new program is Friday, March 14th. This initiative is designed to exhibit the work of local artists in the public corridors of municipal buildings. Initially, the art will be displayed in the Melvin Municipal Office Building located in downtown Greensboro. These selected artists will receive a $200 honorarium, and their work will be displayed for 12 months. Art in municipal spaces will celebrate the rich cultural diversity of local creatives and feature artwork from emerging, mid-career, and/or established professional artists. Independent artists and creative entrepreneurs who reside in Guilford County are invited to submit up to 4 pieces that illustrate the positive influence of the arts within our community. A panel made up of city staff will review all eligible submissions and select the artists. Those chosen for the program will be notified in April. For more information and to apply for art in municipal spaces, visit the city's website. Greensboro Beautiful, a nonprofit organization dedicated to enhancing and preserving Greensboro's natural beauty, has relocated its administrative offices. Greensboro Beautiful is now located within the office suite of the Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department at 301 South Green Street. Amanda Garner, Greensboro Beautiful's executive director, said, "We are excited about this transition and the opportunities it provides to work more closely with the Parks and Recreation Department. This move will enhance our ability to engage the community, coordinate volunteer initiatives, and continue our mission of keeping the green in Greensboro." Greensboro Beautiful remains committed to its vision of creating a greener, more vibrant city through public gardens, tree planting initiatives, and ongoing beautification efforts. The organization can be reached at 336-574-3574. For more information about Greensboro Beautiful, visit them online. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
We all have a role in fighting flu, COVID-19, and other illnesses. Follow these steps to keep you and your family well. Protect yourself from severe illness by getting the COVID-19 and flu vaccines. It's important to be vaccinated for COVID-19 for several reasons. First, they are safe, effective, and protect you from severe illness and hospitalization. Also, by you being vaccinated, you can help protect those around you who are not yet eligible to receive their own vaccine. It's also important to get your flu shot. Just as with COVID-19, vaccination against influenza can help prevent the most serious complications resulting in hospitalization. Flu shots are readily available at your provider's offices, pharmacies, and other community clinics. If you have questions about receiving your flu vaccine or your COVID-19 vaccine, please talk to your healthcare provider. Practice infection prevention. Continue protecting yourself and your family from COVID-19, flu, and other respiratory illnesses by practicing these infection prevention habits. Good infection prevention includes washing your hands frequently, waiting a physical distance from others, especially in public or indoors, and wearing a mask that covers your nose and your mouth. Know where to go for medical care. For emergency conditions like shortness of breath, chest pain, weakness, or slurred speech, you should go to the nearest emergency room or call 911. For non-emergency symptoms like cough, cold, or ear infection, there are quicker options like virtual care. Find the right care options at conehealth.com/appointments. Don't let COVID-19 or flu keep you from the activities or people you love. Follow these tips to keep yourself and your family healthy.
There's still time to share your thoughts about Greensboro's future transportation options and meet the 5 artists hosting a residency at the Hyers Theater. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Greensboro Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, has released the final draft of its Go Borough Long-Range Transit Plan. Go Borough is a strategic initiative designed to enhance transit in the Greensboro area and work towards a car-optional future. The document is available for public review and completion of an online survey through this Sunday, March 9th. Once the feedback is received and compiled, the MPO's Transportation Advisory Committee will review the updated plan during its meeting on Wednesday, March 12th. At that time, the plan could be approved with a recommendation for adoption by the Greensboro City Council. Extensive public input went into forming the draft plan. Staff gathered more than 3,200 public comments, hosted multiple public events, and garnered local media coverage. The MPO coordinates transportation planning for much of Guilford County. The policy board consists of elected officials from Greensboro and Guilford County, plus a member of the North Carolina Board of Transportation. For more information, contact Tram Trurong at 336-373-2903. The city's Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Team, or LEAD, is partnering with the Guilford County Division of Public Health to host Black Balloon Day. The community is invited to gather from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Thursday, March 6th at LeBauer Park to honor the lives of those lost to an overdose. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, drug overdose is one of the leading causes of accidental death in the United States. Diane and Lauren Hurley founded Black Balloon Day to honor their relative Greg Tremblay. 10 years ago, the husband and father of 4 died at age 38 from an overdose. Communities across the country observed March 6 to draw awareness to the nationwide opioid epidemic. Attendees may write the names of lost loved ones on black balloons to honor their memory. The balloons will not be released at the event. In conjunction with the Guilford County Department of Health and Human Services, the LEAD team will be on site providing community resources and naloxone. The event will also feature music, refreshments, door prizes, and guest speakers. LEAD is part of the city's Community Safety Department. Creative Greensboro has selected 5 Guilford County-based artists and groups for its residency at the Hyers program. Artists will create and showcase their talents in the Stephen D. Hyers Theater from April through October. Each resident will receive a $1,200 stipend, technical and marketing support, along with rent-free access to the 88-seat Black Box Theater located at the Greensboro Cultural Center. The first residency features a production from Mike Brannon and AGI Productions. They will celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Hyers Theater. Julia Miro and the Little Independent Theater Residency Project will both honor the theatrical origins and challenge stereotypes. Choreographer, dancer, and teacher Eli Motley will stage and further develop an interactive dance theater piece called Cafe 808. Sun Queen and the Solar Flares Residency will be an immersive experience including live performances, a fashion show, and a talk show. Last but not least, Sage Kiyoma invites you to experience the transformative power of self-healing through this one-woman show titled Sweet Medicine, an Elixir of Hope and Healing. To learn more about the residency at the Hyers, visit the city's website. Hurricane Helene is responsible for the destruction of countless homes and businesses in the Western Carolinas. One local nonprofit dedicated to disaster relief didn't hesitate to do their part to help. Coming up after the break, we'll talk to the executive director for an update on their level of support. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. September 27, 2024 is a day not soon to be forgotten by our neighbors in the Western Carolinas. That's when Hurricane Helene leveled the area, displacing hundreds of people. One local nonprofit was among the first organizations to step up and provide support. Joining me now to talk about this group and the progress being made is Kentia Smith. She is the executive director of the North Carolina Realtors Housing Foundation. Hello, Kentia.
Hi,
welcome back.
Thank you. I always appreciate the city of Greensboro for letting me come on here, talk about my organizations and the great work. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we love the work you do. We want to help you to get that word out. But tell us first about your foundation and the mission.
So the foundation was actually started in 2004. Our mission is to increase home ownership through education, community grants with a focus on disaster relief. So we've been doing a lot of work. We have several programs. We have a matching grant program, which is for our local associations. That is where they can give funding to an organization in their area and we match it. We do down payment assistance. We have our 100 Homes in 100 Counties affordable housing project. That's where our goal is to do an affordable housing project in all 100 counties over the next 5 years, and we have touched 7 counties and invested $250,000. So we do a lot.
Yes, and you're extremely busy. Now, with the focus on Hurricane Helene, North Carolina Realtors Housing Foundation, you really stepped in. You were among the first nonprofits to offer up help. So how did you deploy disaster relief to those victims?
So it really starts with our National Association of Realtors. The National Association of Realtors Foundation is Realtor Relief. Its primary and only focus is funding for disaster relief. And so we have been doing disaster relief for years. This association, I always tell people, I bet if you go back to any natural disaster in the past 10 years, the Housing Foundation has done some type of mortgage or rental assistance, but it's all because of the National Association to Realtor Relief Foundation. And so when the storm hit, our CEO, Andrea Bushnell, she has done this. She's a wonderful leader. She went ahead and submitted the application to the Realtor Relief Foundation on behalf of the NC Realtors Foundation. She secured us $1 million, and we began working with our Western North Carolina associations to implement the mortgage and rental assistance. And the thing that we really wanted to do is we didn't want people to have to be running and trying to get to places. And through our Western North Carolina associations, they were the ones who helped us set up applications. They were the ones who helped the clients, if they needed to get to somewhere with electronics. And so it was really something that's already we've been doing with disaster relief. And immediately when this storm hit, it was a response that we already knew we were going to do, which is jump in and make sure we're helping Western North Carolina.
And that number is very impressive. How many folks have you been able to give assistance to?
So with that funding, and I do also want to say we actually included an additional $225,000 to that $1 million the foundation allocated. We had so much support from our local associations. NCR has 43 local associations that covers 100 counties. We also had support from our out-of-state associations, so like Vermont, Illinois, Connecticut, Georgia. They all sent contributions from their association, so we actually invested $1.225 million. We've helped over 1,400 people by giving out mortgage and rental assistance payments up to $1,000. Well, all $4,000. Let me clarify that. Everyone receives the same. The amount is $1,000.
Wow. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I always tell people, sometimes people will say, you know, what can you really do with $1,000 in the type of time like this? And I tell people $1,000 is not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money. If someone was to give you $1,000 right now, Carla, you'd be like, well, you know, this is great. So we just want to come in. We know it can't fix everything, but if it can help get groceries, if it can help you buy something you need, if it can help you, know, with your mortgage, that's all we care about.
Absolutely. Now, when you think long term, the devastation was so intense.
Yes.
It's going to take years for that area to recover.
Yes.
What are the long range plans for your foundation to continue the relief effort?
So we are already transitioning to long term. Of course, the $1,000 is great, but people still don't have homes. People still don't have roads. So our goal is to partner with our Western North Carolina associations. So for instance, our Hendersonville Board of Realtors, they are doing a golf tournament on March 15th. These proceeds are going to all go to the foundation, and we have already decided that we are going to reinvest these back into Hendersonville by working with the Housing Assistance Corporation in that area. They're already doing the work. They're building roofs. They've helped several families get their houses and things like that done. So we are going to partner with our Western North Carolina associations on long-term recovery and any other government or partners that we can. We also are going to work with our Land of the Sky Association, which is in Asheville. They were one of the ones who really helped with the application process in that area. And so we are going to partner with them and get the resources, because that's the great thing about the association. We have people in the area who are already pulling the resources. Our realtors do a lot. So our goal is to partner with any type of organization that's doing long-term work and get behind them and help them raise the funds that they need to do that work.
Okay, well, I know folks are always wanting to do their part to help. How can they help your efforts and continuing this long-term plan of recovery for the Helene victims? How can they help the North Carolina Realtors Housing Foundation?
So definitely donations or contributions. Like I said, we raised by ourselves $225,000. That was from local associations. That was from people giving $50, $100. All those contributions came up to $225,000. That money is what we reinvested into this mortgage system. So anytime you do want to do something for the foundation, invest in us. Because what I tell people is if you invest in the foundation, you're investing in your state. We put our money where our mouth is, and we want to make sure we're making a difference. So definitely making a contribution. Also reaching out to Western North Carolina associations such as Land of the Sky, Hendersonville, High Country. They are still working with organizations in there and can definitely give you information on who you may want to partner with if you're wanting to do a collection drive, if you're wanting to donate money for something specific. But you can always start with the NC Realtors website and the NC Realtors Housing Foundation, which is ncrealtorshf.org. That is the foundation's website. So we're doing some great work, and I just want to continue to do that.
Okay, well, thank you, Kentia, for not only stopping by to give us this update, but for the important work you're doing. And do come back and give us updates on how the recovery efforts are going.
I'd love to. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Greensboro Historic Preservation Commission is gearing up for Historic Preservation Month in May. The commission is prepared to recognize excellence in repair work, restoration, and rehabilitation projects within Greensboro's 3 locally designated historic districts, College Hill, Dunleith, and Fisher Park. Projects completed during 2024 may be submitted online. Anyone may nominate a project, and the Commission will accept self-nominations. Eligible projects must have been issued a certificate of appropriateness. Submissions are required to include a short narrative describing the project along with before and after photos. Outstanding examples will be recognized for project quality, impact, and success in adhering to the design standards. The deadline for submissions is Friday, April 18th. Finalists will be announced at the Historic Preservation Commission meeting on Wednesday, April 30th, and honorees will be recognized at the Commission's meeting on Wednesday, May 28th. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical, makes its Triad premiere March 4th through the 9th at the Tanger Center. Created in collaboration with the Hall of Fame singer-songwriter himself, the show tells how a kid from Brooklyn became a chart-busting American rock icon. Find tickets online at tangercenter.com. For the 25th time in 26 years, the Atlantic Coast Conference Women's Basketball Tournament comes to the First Horizon Coliseum, with games March 5th through the 9th. 5 ACC teams are ranked in this week's Associated Press national poll, including top-ranked Notre Dame, North Carolina, NC State, and Duke. Find tickets and learn more at theacc.com. Guilford County Extension Master Gardener volunteers host a free workshop on homegrown tomatoes March 8th at the Kathleen Clay Edwards Family Branch Library. Learn how to select the best varieties and plant and care for them. Watch a live demonstration of how to start your own plants from seed. Register for this free event online at greensboro-nc.gov. The Greensboro History Museum recognizes International Women's Day March 8th with a program that features experts on regional quilters past and present. Stitching Stories tells how women have used quilts for storytelling, conveying family history, or communicating other messages. Learn more online at greensborohistory.org. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Creative Greensboro has selected 10 local artists whose work is being featured on the digital kiosk located throughout downtown Greensboro. Each artist receives a $500 honorarium, and their art will be displayed for 10 weeks. The artists were selected from a pool of more than 30 applicants. Jackie Boone, Director of Creative Greensboro, said these talented individuals bring diverse artistic visions that reflect the cultural richness of their individual experiences and our city. We're excited to showcase and uplift the work of local visual artists. Patricia Sanchez and Sachi Deli kick off the showcase with their works titled Reflection and El Luto del Inmigrante, which means the mourning of the immigrant. The digital screens will display the artist's name, the title of the piece, and the medium. Scan the QR code to learn more about each artist. These artists will also be featured on the city's website, Creative Greensboro's social media, and the monthly newsletter. To learn more about Creative Greensboro, visit the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Office of Sustainability. In partnership with the nonprofit Reconsidered Goods, another successful trash bash took place at the Grove Creative Co-working Space at Revolution Mill. The Found Art competition of 4 teams promote creative reuse by building freestanding sculptures with items provided by Reconsidered Goods. The winning team is presented with a one-of-a-kind Reconsidered Goods reuse trophy. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol. Plus, GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.